Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here today. I'm Dr. Judy Mitchell. I'm the president of Joliet Junior College, and I'd like to welcome you to the grand opening ceremony of our beautiful new City Center campus and wonderfully remodeled Renaissance Center. I know this event has been a long time coming, so we are anxious to begin. Before we get into the program, I'd like to say that we could not have done this without the support of our partners at the city, at the county, and state levels. So we thank them for their belief in us and their ultimate investment in the education of our community. We also owe our gratitude to the citizens within our district that supported our 2008 referendum. Partial funds from the referendum supported this project, and as you'll see today when you tour the campus, that those dollars were invested wisely in classrooms, learning labs, student support areas, and community gathering spaces. I would first like to take a moment to acknowledge some special guests we have with us this afternoon. Please stand when I call your name. And I ask that we hold our applause until the end. First, we have O.J. Stoutner from Senator Rezin's office. Next, Brooke Hernandez-Brewer from Joliet City Councilwoman. Denise Winfrey, Will County Board. Tom Weigel, Will County Board. Betty Gavin, City of Joliet Councilwoman. Duffy Blackburn, Will County Auditor. Will County Executive Larry Walsh Sr. State Representative Larry Walsh Jr. Mayor Bob Odekirk, Joliet Mayor. Senator Pat McGuire, Congressman Randy Hultgren, David Palya, Lockport Fire District, Jan Quillman, Joliet City Council, Herb Brooks, Will County Board, Reagan Freitag, Will County Board, Mayor Ray Solomon, City of Crest Hill, and Brandon Living, Officer of Congressman Foster. Thank you all for joining us today. I would also be remiss if I failed to recognize our Board of Trustees who are here today. We have Chairman Bob Wunderlich, Trustee Alicia Morales, Trustee Andy Mahalich, and Trustee Michael Connell. It is now my pleasure to introduce our board chairman, Bob Wunderlich, to share his remarks on behalf of the Joliet Junior College Board.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here with us today. The opening of this facility has been a long time coming. I've been a trustee at the college for over 40 years. And I've seen JJC evolve into the institution it is today, a college with state-of-the-art facilities, innovation in academics, and a key resource for generations of traditional students, non-traditional students, local businesses, and organizations. As trustees, it is our role to develop the future vision of the college. 10 years ago, when we began our major master plan campaign, we knew we were part of something special, something that would change the entire landscape of the institution. We build futures at Joliet Junior College, and I believe the investment we've made in our facilities continues to pay off for our students, who now learn and grow in state-of-the-art facilities that enhance their educational experiences. This campus was a critical piece of that plan, and I am pleased to see our vision was realized. We are proud to invest in downtown Joliet, where we got our start 116 years ago. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate this milestone in our history. And I would just like to say thank you. Our former Culinary Arts Department Chair, Patrick Haggerty, is with us tonight. Thank you.
As many of you know, we have a wonderful history as the nation's first public community college. We also have a wonderful history with the city of Joliet, particularly in the downtown area. When the college was established in 1901, our first location was within the current Joliet Central High School just down the street. When we separated from the high school district and moved out to our current location on Humboldt Road in 1967, it wasn't long before we were back in the downtown area. In 1980, the college purchased the Renaissance Center and the adjoining hotel and formed our City Center campus for over the past 3 decades. The City Center campus serves a broad demographic through the programs currently housed here, like our Department of Adult Education and Literacy, Workforce Development, Culinary Arts, woo, and of course, through our many special events hosted by the Renaissance Center. We are excited to continue these services in addition to expanding our offerings through the increased space we now have. Designed by DeMonica Kemper Architects, this 6-story design of our City Center campus is a contemporary expression of the vitality this campus brings to the downtown community. The 2-story light-filled glass-enclosed lobby welcomes students and visitors to the facility and provides easy access to 2 new restaurants. Thrive, which is amazing, is here on the first floor and is operated by our culinary instructor, Chef Tim Bucci, and his students, and Savour, equally amazing, which is on the second floor and led by our culinary instructor, Chef Paul Bringus, and his students. But that's just a snapshot of all the amazing features and spaces this building brings to the downtown area. Of course, we also made a commitment to restoring and renovating the historic Renaissance Center, which was designed in 1925 by Chicago-based D.H. Burnham and Company. Did you know the Renaissance Center was originally built for the Joliet Chamber of Commerce and also was a locally acclaimed nightclub and restaurant facility featuring entertainers like Louis Armstrong and Phyllis Diller? We are proud to preserve this space's rich history so that it may continue to serve our students and our great city. Now, I'd like to introduce to you Dominic DeMonica, Principal at DeMonica Kemper Architects, who will share a few remarks regarding this project and our partnership.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. It certainly is great to finally be here today. I'd like to start out by thanking the Board of Trustees and the entire administration for giving our team the opportunity to work on the design and construction of this incredible project. I also want to thank all of the user groups and everybody that provided their input, and there were a lot, to make this project a success. The most successful projects that we have the opportunity to work on are those that are driven by a strong vision and have a strong leadership to ensure that that vision is realized. And there's no doubt in my mind that this project had both. So back in January of this year, when this beautiful new facility officially opened its doors for classes, Chef Mike McGreal, the chairman of the Culinary Arts Department here at the college, was quoted as saying, "This is literally one of the top facilities in the world." Now, I know Chef McGreal, and I know that he's traveled a lot throughout the world, and I believe him when he says this. And the college and the community should be very proud to have a resource like this within its district. So as we began the design process for the City Center campus over 6 years ago, it was very important that we truly understood the context of the project. Not only is the site located within a relatively dense urban area in downtown Joliet, but as we looked at the city's master plan, it was actually right at the crossroads of the city. Chicago Street that connects the north and south ends of the downtown area, and Webster Street that connects the city back to the river. As a result of this very prominent location here in the city, along with the college's vision to create a more forward-thinking, fresh facility for its students, the unique overall aesthetic for the building was created. Another major influence, as Dr. Mitchell indicated on the plan, was the fact that the building was actually connected to the historic Renaissance Center. As we look at the corridor system and you walk through the facilities, you'll see how these two buildings now work seamlessly together. The building itself consists of 96,000 square feet built on 6 floors. that house lab, classroom, and office space for workforce development, the adult education program, and culinary arts. As you tour the facility after the program, you will see some of these incredible spaces, with the more publicly accessible spaces here on the first couple of floors and the more student-focused spaces on the upper floors. So I'm going to take you on a quick overview, and if you want to pull out your programs, you can kind of look at the individual floors and you'll see what you're about to experience here. On the first floor here, of course, we've got the welcoming lobby, and we have a welcome desk with student services space to promote student success for all the students within the facility. The Thrive restaurant here behind you has a lofty feel with open views to the kitchen. There's a private dining room in there with a bar for special events. There's also a meat fabrication lab back in that corner, and a retail space, again behind you, called La Vue Culinary Cafe, where the wonderful foods that are prepared by the culinary students are for sale. Very inexpensive, really inexpensive. As we move up to the second floor, again, the Savour restaurant is directly above us. A 48-seat demonstration kitchen to accommodate guest lecturers, guest chefs, wine pairings. Competition kitchen, which is probably the most intense space in the entire building. It has cooking suites for 8 teams at one time, and the things that are happening in there can be broadcast throughout the entire facility. Moving to the third floor, you'll find the offices for workforce development and adult education, along with a garde-manger kitchen. It's where students learn the art of preparing cold dishes such as appetizers and salads, and also a community and special needs kitchen that serves the special needs population in the district, along with continuing education classes. Fourth floor has 2 baking and pastry labs. I'm not even going to tell you what's happening in there. The smells will actually draw you right up into that space. Also on that floor is a dedicated chocolate and sugar works lab with separate temperature controls, 2-inch thick marble countertops to make working with chocolate that much easier. More classrooms and computer labs also finish out that floor. On the 5th floor, you'll find 2 large production kitchens, and capping off the facility on the 6th floor is a new library with beautiful views to the east, access to open computers, and group study space for students. The other thing that you'll find as you walk through the corridors is a sprinkling of student lounge space. The folks that are here, that go to class here, are here for very long periods of time each day. And so it was important as we developed the project to make sure that they had space to break out, decompress before they get back into their lab space. And lastly, continuing the college's commitment to sustainability, the project is pursuing LEED certification. As I'm sure you can imagine, a building like this has the potential to use a tremendous amount of energy. However, through our energy-conscious design strategies, we were able to design a building that uses nearly 30% less energy than a similar baseline building. One of the most unique features that you'll see within the cooking labs that helps us achieve that efficiency are the smart exhaust fans. They're located over each of the pieces of food service equipment, and they actually sense the amount of heat coming out of each piece. The speed ramps up and ramps down depending on how much heat is actually being generated. So we're only exhausting exactly as much air as we need to. As they say, all good things are worth waiting for. And I would submit that the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new City Center campus is definitely worth the wait, and is most definitely a very good thing for Joliet Junior College. On behalf of our entire team, we hope this facility will serve your students and the community for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. And I have to say that he and his firm have been a pleasure to work with for this building as well as 2 new ones that will open later this fall. But they've just been a pleasure and just have really been supportive and listening to our faculty and staff, which is so important. So thank you. Before I continue, I just wanted to also recognize we had 3 additional elected officials that just arrived. So Representative Margot McDermott is here. Thank you. Joliet Councilman Pat Mudron is here. And then JJC Trustee Maureen Broderick. So as we've mentioned, the legacy of JJC began 116 years ago in downtown Joliet, and today we are proud to make a continued investment in the community that has supported our institution for generations. With that, I would like to introduce Mayor of Joliet, Bob Odekirk, who will offer a few thoughts on this celebratory day.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming out. This is a real big occasion. You know, as mayor the last 2 years, I've had numerous ribbon cuttings and announcements, a lot of projects happen in Joliet, but we recognize this is a big one. It's a big one for the city. It's a big one for downtown. So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out, all the elected officials also. Dr. Mitchell, I want to thank you for your great leadership. Joliet Junior College trustees, thank you for your leadership and your commitment to Joliet. And I especially want to thank you not just for making a commitment, but in this case for keeping the commitment. Welcome back to downtown Joliet. This is a big part of the downtown plan. We're thrilled to have you here. And again, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Odekirk. Our City Center campus serves a broad demographic. The college's Department of Adult Education and Literacy serves hundreds of students each year through our GED programs, high school credit courses, career and vocational counseling, and English as a second language course. Many of these students then matriculate and continue their education at Joliet Junior College. Our workforce development provides various services to prepare youth, veterans, and other individuals for entry into the workforce with work readiness preparation and certifications. One of the newer programs we offer in workforce development, Career Coach, is designed to help clients find a good career by providing the most current local data on wages, employment, job postings, associated education and training. What a critical resource. And let's not forget our culinary arts program, known around the world as a leader in culinary education. We were previously split between the City Center campus and main campus, and now solely located entirely downtown. I would like to introduce one of our culinary arts alumni, Rosie Cowell. Rosie completed our program last year and now works as a lab assistant in the new space. Please join me in welcoming Rosie.
In the fall semester of 2015, I was a graduating senior here at Joliet Junior College's Culinary Arts School. I was in Chef Bucci's advanced a la carte cooking class and was assigned a senior project to create a concept restaurant from scratch. Part of the project included submitting a name for the restaurant, and from that pool of submission, Chef Bucci, along with culinary faculty, would name the new restaurant here at City Center. My submission for the competition was simply the word thrive. Little did I know I would be standing here in front of all of you in the building's dedication 2 years later with the restaurant Thrive right in front of me. Today I'm going to quickly share how I was inspired by the name Thrive and how it defined my experience as a culinary student here at this campus. Thrive, meaning to prosper, grow, and flourish. As a student, I experienced growth in all facets of the culinary industry, from enhanced knife skills to developed creativity. I credit my increased passion for the culinary arts to the highly skilled chefs and professors I was taught by. From Chef Shablana, who sparked my love of baking and pastries, to Chef Richardson, who taught me the importance and benefits of quality kitchen management. I took every opportunity in culinary school to grow in all facets of the industry I so greatly loved and still do. As a student, I prospered in culinary school due to the close guidance and instruction of the chefs and professors. The hands-on nature of my courses created an extremely effective and unique learning environment where I received constant, real-time feedback, both constructive and encouraging, from some of the most talented and dedicated chefs in the nation. Small class sizes ensured that all students received one-on-one instruction from the chefs, which created a unique environment of teamwork and synergy. As a student, I saw JJC become a home and sanctuary for faculty and students. Relationships flourished through the fellowship of shared meals at the end of a long course day and through the experience of extracurricular events. From friendly greetings in the halls to deep and meaningful advising and counseling sessions, the professors dedicated their time to the students. This deep care from faculty resulted in very dedicated students who came to school ready to learn and grow. It is my prayer that JJC would continue to attract those same students and faculty who desire to thrive in all aspects of life, to strive for excellence, dedication, and passion. This rich environment and thriving at JJC started all the way back at J Building in the old kitchens. Even with only 20 burners, outdated equipment, and cramped spaces, I experienced one of the greatest culinary educations this nation has to offer. I can only imagine how exponential the growth will be for students here at the new City Center campus. It is a joy now to serve as a staff member and to give back to a community that provided me with so much. Here's to many years of growing, prospering, and flourishing at Joliet Junior College. May it always be a community where people desire to thrive.
Thank you, Rosie. I will say that if I worked down here, I think it would be very dangerous because just walking past that dessert counter, I think I gained a pound just walking in this evening. So now's the time we've been waiting for. It's time to cut the ceremonial ribbon. I know many of you in the room have attended countless ribbon cutting ceremonies. I promise you, you have never been to a ribbon cutting where the ribbon is made entirely out of sugar, designed by our award-winning instructor and chef. Thank you to our two-time award-winning Food Network Challenge and World Culinary Olympic gold medal winner, Chef Andy Schlabana, for this amazing culinary and artistic feat. And so you know, Chef Mike McGreal selected the item that we'll use to cut the ribbon. This was not my choice. So I would like to invite our trustees to carefully gather around the ribbon so that we can officially open our new campus. Be nice. We could have cut a leg of lamb, honestly, with that. So, of course, what I've mentioned this afternoon is only a thumbnail sketch of the opportunities, services, and impacts our programs have. After the ceremony, please stay and have refreshments, which are located behind you within the Thrive restaurant. We also encourage you to take the self-guided tour listed within your program. There are representatives on each of the 6 floors to greet you and talk to you about the spaces highlighted on the tour. Go at your own pace, go at your own pace in the order that you would like, 1st through 6th floor. Also be sure to visit the renovated Renaissance Center, which is down the hallway to my right. And please know that we do have several classes and meetings that will be taking place throughout the afternoon, so I ask that you respect those spaces that are occupied. And just behind me, across from the elevator, stop and visit the informational tables, right around the corner, and talk to some of our staff that can share information about the facility. And last but not least, take a moment to fill out a raffle ticket, which you can do in that space as well. We have 4 prizes that I'm sure you'll love: an official chef's coat, a book written and signed by our Culinary Arts Department Chair, Chef Mike McGreal, a gift certificate to Thrive, and a gift certificate to Savour. We will contact the winners after the ceremony. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank some individuals that are truly the unsung heroes of these building projects. This includes our Facility Services Director, Pat Van Dyne, Construction Manager, Rick Lyman, and their teams for the incredible amount of work they do behind the scenes to bring a massive project like this to life. Thank you very much. They are truly the backbone of this project. And additionally, I'd like to thank Kelly Roeder and members of the Planning Committee for their work and creativity to bring this event to us today. This concludes the formal part of our program, and I thank you all for being here. Enjoy your tour, and we'll see you in the hallways.
It's